Hi folks, this is video number 2 in the assignment number 10, going over resumes, and I'm going to go over two different types of resumes, the current resume and the 10-year resume. You also have a 5-year resume that you can use as well if you want to just go 5 years into the future, but these are two resumes for the same person, but one is current and one is 10 years down the road. Okay, let's start. So at the very top, obviously, you want to have your name, and you can see that your name is bold. Your name is a little bigger than the rest of the font, just to kind of make your name stand out a little bit. You see that everything is left aligned here, and that's for a very important purpose, because if you have middle, left aligned, center, and stuff over here, then people may skip over it and not really get a good feel for reading it because it's too jumbled. So a left aligned is real neat, and you can see all the way down the left side everything is left aligned, and it looks really professional and organized. You see that we're using Times New Roman font. Now, Times New Roman font is not a very exciting font, but it is the most readable. You can use other fonts if you wish, but I prefer Times New Roman. But if you have another font, just make sure you don't use script or anything like that. Okay, so name there, address, just like I have it here. You see postal code, making sure. One of the things people always do is don't make these letters uppercase in your postal code. Make sure that's done correctly. Phone number with area code, just in case you're applying for jobs outside of the island, and your email. Now make sure that email is not too risque. If you're using something that's a little bit risque, don't use it. It might just put a bad image there. So it's, again, if it's a very simple plain email, then feel free to use that. More people are using email to contact you and things like that, so you definitely want to have it there if you have a good one. Okay, let's start looking at the next section here, which is employment objective. You see that I'm using a very simple objective. You want to find a position in a local resort to gain valuable work experience and save money for university. So I like to say what you're looking for and why. If you are planning to go to college or university, then that's just a good one to have because it does show that you have ambition. So feel free to use that if you like that, but you can word it any way you want, but you can be very specific or very general. Now, after that, we have what's called the personal summary, and you see that I have the titles to each section bold with one space in between, so that's real important that you have that consistent spacing all the way through. Now, what I'm going to do here is in my personal summary is I'm going to really just highlight things going on in my life that relate to that employment objective. So here I have a list of different things that give a good sense of who I am. So you can see that I've got food safe certificate, WHMIS, Superhost, excellent customer service, and this stuff all relates to your employment objective. I also have other things like principals list, any awards, achievements. I'm also saying I have a positive attitude, great with people, experiencing handling money, even babysitting experience, which is a good one because it shows that you are responsible if you're a babysitter. Now down below I have work experience. Next thing is work experience, and so what we've got here is now I put one space there only because I'm bolding this. You may take that space out if you need that line, but that's the only spot where I give an extra space, and that's just because I don't like bold on bold. And what we have here, we're going to try and include about 3 jobs in this format. The name of the company that you worked at, the dates. Hopefully you can have some dates, and you can, if it's just for a summer, you could just use summer of 2009 or something. You don't have to use specific dates if it's for a short period of time. Where it's located, your position, and then the duties that you had in that job. And you see I have one here, Thrifty Foods, same thing, cashier, what the duties were, and then even babysitting. Babysitting is a good one to fill if you don't have 3 different jobs. I know most of you are in grade 10, so you're going to be limited maybe in your work experience. So if you really don't have any job experience, then you can do a 5-year resume and then just give yourself some future employment that you make up. Okay. Now down below I have education, the name of the school, what grade you're in, the city, and then favorite subjects. Just always good to say that you have some favorite subjects that you're interested in school. And then this is just sort of a tagline that you always usually put at the bottom is references available on request. And you should have references, and if you scroll down below you'll find information on how to set up references. Now here's the same person, but now we're 10 years down the road. You can see that the address has changed. I've changed the phone number, still the same email. But now we're in a career objective. You may not be looking for employment now, maybe you're looking for a career. So her new career is to find a management position in a business that will utilize my skills, education, and experience. And you see now I've made this stuff up. Okay, so this is good if you don't have a lot of stuff. You can go 10 years and make up what degrees you have, what awards you get, what kind of skills you have. And so these are just all made up future stuff, but again, it's just to get you used to putting everything into this format. And then same thing with the employment experience, 3 different job positions. This one here, I took this, I showed you here one with the space out. You can choose this one with no space to keep it consistent. It's really up to you if it works. And you see the city, what the position was, and what the duties were. Okay, everything fits on one page. Here we have the education section. Now I could have education near the top here and all that stuff, but this format just works really well for your purposes and keeping it all on one page. So this is what I want it to look like, identical when you submit. If it doesn't look identical to this, then you're going to lose marks. And again, if you submit something that is a totally different format, you will get an automatic 0. I want you to do this, type this out, and you can even copy and paste this into a Word document and just replace it with all your own stuff. Okay, so that's definitely a way to do it if you want to go ahead there. Okay, so do a great job with this resume. It is a skill that's very important, and you do need resumes in the future. So do a good job and submit it when you have to submit your section of assignments. Okay, talk to you later.